Hey friends and fam, welcome back to another video. Whew. That was a nice start. Hey friends and fam, welcome back to another video with yours truly, BD. Due to mic reasons, I've actually had to record this 4 times now. I didn't realize that my mic was making the crackling noise. So, for both of our sakes, I'm going to try and keep this as short and concise as possible, as always. Purpose of this video is increasing your damage on bosses and Kirin. Most of what I say today is going to be able to be applied to world boss fights as well. We're going to be looking at my good friend and guildmate, Durko. He was nice enough to record how he does his boss fights and send it to us. Before we get into it, let me go over the 4 kinds of Kirin real fast. You got fire, wind, lightning, and water. Fire, wind, lightning, water. Yep. The 2 we're going to be focusing are fire and water. A reason is those are the 2 most dangerous ones in my opinion, and the other 2 I don't even ever notice. So fire has a healing debuff. You're going to want to bring extra support Shiki. You're going to want to bring something that can basically keep your DPS and Ushi topped up. And for water, having a good soul edge character is going to help tons. You can bring something like Momo. I just finished my Momo up for this exact reason as well. Here we go. This would be great on water. Soul edge on Momo with defensive stats. I didn't have defensive. Oh no, this is for PvP. Sorry. And you're gonna want her, of course, 100% crit. She's pretty hard to set up. If you don't have her, you can just run anything with soul edge to try and keep your DPS alive. So let's go ahead and take a look at what he's doing here in game. So this is the team that Hercule is using. He's using Ibisu as his orb source. You know, every time due to Ibisu's passive, he can generate orbs. He's using Ushi to amplify his damage. Now Ushi is using a shadow set. You're gonna definitely want to be using her as well. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, you're gonna definitely want to be using her as well. Let's go ahead and pull that back. So let's take a look at his team. He is using Ibisu as his source of orbs, and for the fact that Ibisu can heal your Shiki without having to expend any orbs himself. He's a very strong Shiki to have for world bossing for that exact reason. He's also using Ushi. Now Ushi is an extremely important tool for increasing your damage due to the fact that she has this spell over here. Where is it? There we go. Decoy doll. She summons a decoy or a doll that links up to the boss, and the fact that you have a seductress set on her as well. Now it procs on both the doll and the boss, giving you 40% increased damage if you're using the soul set, the shadow soul set, meaning that even if the boss is below 40% HP, I'm pretty sure you still proc it because you're hitting the doll. The doll is summoned with full HP constantly, so it's pretty cool. Now I heard he's using 2 AoE DPS, but I do know of people who use 2 AoE DPS plus a single target. Something like Shooten would fit in very well here because he doesn't use orbs as well. The good thing about AoE DPS is that it procs on the doll and on the boss itself. Seductress also procs on the doll as well. It also procs on the boss. So kind of gives you an idea of how many hits you're getting in and how this can amplify your damage tenfold. Now, I want to also talk about the stage where he summons these little minion guys. After you get the boss to a certain percent HP, he goes ahead and summons 5 minions. Depending on what these minions have above their head is the kind of stats they're going to be receiving. You're going to want to prioritize killing offensive stats and crowd control stats, followed by whatever is left actually. Scarlet in particular is extremely important to get rid of. I can't tell you how many times I've died because I didn't kill the Scarlet Soul. Things with Days, or I think Claws, the one that removes a percent of your defense is also pretty brutal. So keep an eye out, trying to remember which ones you missed last time, which ones gave you a hard time, and just make a good, make the call on which ones to kill. There is a trick that you can try and do where you get them all as low as possible. I'm not sure if I can go back a second, see if his skill is off. Let's see. Oh, he has it on. So you can go back a second. I mean, you can try and get them as low as possible by turning off one of your AoE DPS skills and just autoing them to as low as you can, and then trying to wipe out 3 or 4, or hopefully like all 5 of them in one go. I think the most I've ever gotten was 4 with the Yodo, but doing that usually requires more patience than I'm willing to put forth in killing these little guys. It's also the reason why I usually die, because I just kill the first ones that I see, basically. Moving on. Something else to take note of is his totem skills. He's using 2 offensive skills, Amulet Death and the Star skill. Basically, Amulet Death is able to be procced on the doll, as you can see over here, which gives you another % increased damage, which it just all stacks up. It stacks on top of your star damage as well, giving you the big deeps that you really want. I mean, I even want to get these kind of numbers up on my character. In the hopes to keep this video short, let's go ahead and wrap things up. Hopefully this gave you a new outlook on things you can do to improve your Kirin team. A lot of this does transition over to the new Odo boss, or however I say his name. You can change up your DPS as well. I sometimes use Shutins with double shadow. There's tons of different variations. I sometimes put in Hannah instead of Ibisu, since she's a DPS as well. Just depending on what you have is what you can put together. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down in the section below. Don't forget to subscribe, and also don't hesitate to ask Durkle. Message this guy in game, bug him. He's a really nice dude. He has a lot of patience. So if you have any questions, just let us know. I hope you enjoyed, and as always, have a great day, and I'll see you in game.